Guayaquil. When you hear that name, you might think of bright culture, beautiful old buildings, and the gateway to the Galapagos Islands. But there's a darker side to this beautiful city. Guayaquil is Ecuador's biggest city and its economic center. Sadly, it's also known as the most dangerous city in the country. This isn't a title anyone wants. The city has been struggling with a scary rise in crime, making everyone nervous. The reasons for this are complicated. It's a mix of drug dealing, gang violence, and deep-seated economic problems. This video will look closely at this problem, exploring the things that have given Guayaquil this unwanted reputation. The numbers tell a scary story about what's happening in Guayaquil. The city has seen a sharp rise in violent crime, especially murders, over the past few years. In 2023, the murder rate in Guayaquil went up to over 40 for every 100,000 people. That's a huge jump from earlier years and puts Guayaquil among the most dangerous cities in Latin America. To understand how bad this is, that murder rate is more than 4 times higher than New York City's. And the violence isn't just in one area, it's spread all over the city, affecting both rich and poor neighborhoods. This wave of danger has left people living in fear, always looking over their shoulder. The streets that were once full of life and laughter are now filled with worry. Crime in Guayaquil comes in many forms. Robberies, both small and with weapons, are common. Extortion is a growing problem, with businesses and people often forced to pay money by gangs. Carjackings happen often and they can be violent. Express kidnappings, where people are held for a short time and made to take money out of ATMs, are another scary thing happening. But maybe the most worrying trend is the rise in gang violence. Guayaquil has become a battlefield for rival gangs fighting over territory and drug routes. These gangs act like they're above the law, scaring communities and leaving a trail of violence. We can't talk about crime in Guayaquil without talking about the big problem: drug trafficking. Guayaquil's location on Ecuador's Pacific coast, with its busy port and many hidden airstrips, makes it a perfect spot for international drug dealing. Cocaine made in nearby Colombia and Peru is shipped through Guayaquil on its way to the United States and Europe. The flow of drug money has hurt the city badly. It's helped powerful criminal groups grow, corrupted officials, and put lots of guns on the streets. The violence from drug dealing spills over into everyday life, turning whole neighborhoods into war zones. Drug trafficking is a big reason for crime in Guayaquil, but we also need to understand the economic problems that make it easy for lawlessness to grow. Guayaquil, even though it's important economically, has a lot of inequality. Poverty is a big problem, especially in the large informal settlements around the city. Unemployment is high, especially for young people. For many young people in these communities, joining a gang offers a sense of belonging, safety, and a way out of poverty. They're easily tempted into a life of crime, drawn in by the promise of quick money and power. This lack of opportunity and hope is a major reason for Guayaquil's crime problem. Section 6. Fighting back government initiatives. The Ecuadorian government isn't ignoring this crisis. They know how serious it is, and they've started several things to fight crime and make Guayaquil safer. One of the most obvious is sending thousands of police and soldiers to the city. The government has also started social programs to address the root causes of crime. These programs focus on giving young people in struggling communities education and job training, offering them a different path than crime. Section 7. Staying safe in Guayaquil. Because of the current dangers in Guayaquil, it's important for everyone, whether they live there or are just visiting, to know the risks and take steps to stay safe. Don't walk alone at night, especially in dark or empty areas. Be careful with your things and don't show off lots of cash or expensive jewelry. If you need a taxi, use registered taxi companies or ride-hailing apps. Pay attention to what's going on around you and trust your gut. If you feel uncomfortable or unsafe, leave the area. Section 8. Beyond the headlines. The security situation in Guayaquil is a serious problem, but it's important to remember the good things about this vibrant city. Guayaquil has a rich history, which you can see in its beautiful old buildings and many museums. The city has a lively arts and culture scene, with lots of theaters, art galleries, and music venues. And let's not forget the warm and welcoming people of Guayaquil, who are known for their friendliness. Section 9, a city of contrasts. Guayaquil is a city of opposites, a place where beauty and violence exist together, where hope and despair are mixed. It's a city facing serious problems, but it's also a city with a strong spirit and a desire to overcome its challenges. The road ahead will be long and hard, but there's hope that Guayaquil can get rid of its dangerous image and become known again as a jewel of Ecuador.